Hello everyone. This is the last part of the winding up activity for Math CEO. This one is going to focus on logical puzzles. So the goals for this one are to continue practicing logic and deductive skills, like we've been doing, and also to encourage student representations of data from the clues for these logic puzzles. And this is also a really good excuse to fold in culture into these problems. So here's the setup. We have these Kokeshi nesting dolls, these things right here. They are from Japan, and I'll go into some history of them later. But the whole goal of this is to try to decide several things. Each doll has a size that is like a position in the lineup here. The dolls' names are Aiko, Hana, Nagi, and Sota. They have a size, they have a color, the color would go here, and they have a number of flowers that are painted on them. And it's always a good exercise to try to solve this on your own first before trying to tackle it. So for example, maybe we can decompress clue 5. Clue 5 says, Sota is in contact with the green doll only. So this is where sort of the order of them being nested is really important. So if we know it's in contact with green doll only, we know that Sota cannot be the medium doll or the small doll because those are in contact with two dolls at once. So it shouldn't be one of those. And we also know Sota can't be green either. Otherwise that clue wouldn't make any sense. So using the sort of nesting of position is important for solving this one. But I encourage you to try to go through it and solve it on your own. And pay attention to what ways you're recording information to try to figure it out. Now, again, I said that there was some rich culture here. These Kokeshi dolls are very important. So they're traditionally handcrafted with a lathe, and they've been made for more than 150 years. As you can see, they usually don't have any arms or legs. They're usually quite cylindrical in nature. Most of them don't do the nesting, it looks like, but for our purposes, they can be nesting dolls. That's okay. And many regions in Japan have their sort of own unique style of doll. And according to Wikipedia, there are over 11 traditional types alone. So there's a lot of like local variation and local culture baked into these dolls. And it's probably no surprise that they inspire some Nintendo art. So if you go and Google some pictures of Mii avatars, for example, they look a lot like Kokeshi dolls. And that's not an accident by any means. So there's a lot of rich culture that you can have a discussion with your students about these Kokeshi dolls before you jump into this, all this logic and table and stuff, because by this point students will have gone through a bunch of math during the day, and so it might be nice to have a brief discussion about sort of the history of these dolls before then developing some more of these logic skills.